Okay, we're working on our Kandinsky concentric circles. I'm starting with a solid color and I'm cutting out my smallest circle in the center first. After I cut my small circle, I'm going to grab my abstract painting paper that we did the other day, put my small circle on top, and I'm going to cut a circle that's a little bit bigger than that small circle. My circles are not perfect circles. I'm just making sure I cut off all the points and making it circular. So next I'm going to go to a solid color because I just used my abstract. We're going to go back and forth. And I'm placing it on the paper and I'm cutting a slightly bigger circle around that one so we can see the orange. Not too big, but we want to see the next color. Now I'm going back to my abstract painting paper and cutting a slightly bigger circle around that one. Again, it's not a perfect circle. I'm just rounding out the corners as best as I can. You want at least 4 circles. This one I'm going to do 5. I put it on a blue solid color and cut around that one. So now I have 5 circles. Next I'm going to get my sponge glue, start with a small circle, and glue them down to each circle that's bigger than it. Now I am holding this down for 10 seconds every time I hit the glue sponge. It looks quick because this video is sped up, but I am holding it down to make sure that they're nice and stuck together. And now I'm placing it on my square paper. We're going to be making a variety of these to cover our paper with. This time I started with my abstract paper and I made that the small dot. I went to the solid blue paper to make the dot a little bigger, then back to my abstract. Now I'm on my orange solid, making it a little bit bigger. Now I'm going to go back to my abstract paper, cut a circle that's a little bigger around. Again, not a perfect circle. And I decided I wanted to go one more because I like this bright color. I think it'll look nice. And back to the glue sponge. Holding it down for 10 seconds each time to get all the circles glued together. Once all the circles are glued together, I'll put the big circle in the sponge and place it on the paper. Now this is where it gets to be fun because you get to decide how you want your paper to look, how you want them spaced out. Circles, you want the circles to take up the page and they can overlap slightly. Here I'm gluing my next circle down and I think I'm going to put it up top there. Now I'm starting with a solid color. Again, there's lots of cutting, round and round, back and forth between solid and abstract paper, and gluing them down again. This time I only did 4. I didn't do 5 circles. So now I have a bunch of big circles there. And I feel like my paper needs one more because I have a blank spot up in the corner. So I'm going to make another circle. And notice that I'm using all my scrap pieces of paper. I'm not wasting paper. I'm trying to use as much of the little squares and little pieces of paper as possible. I'm not just taking one piece and only using it for one circle. I'm using it for multiple circles. So now that I have all of my big circles done, I felt like my picture needed a little bit more. So I added some 2 layered circles. I did some abstract on top of solid and solid on top of abstract so that I got a nice piece of art and where I felt that it looked finished and balanced. You need at least 4 large concentric circles. Yay! All done.